These theories will have you questioning everything. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's check them out. That would freak me out, bro. What is that? Now, y'all know I don't get on planes, so that could be something that's normal, routine, something that just happens all the time, and people just trying to make it seem scary. Or it could mean something else. What is that, y'all? Somebody let me know. Something don't seem right. What the?
Billy on vacation.
See, stuff like that, normally what you see ain't really what it is. So you got to kind of look beyond. So at first glance, it looks abandoned. It looks like nothing's here. It's deserted. You know what I mean? The trees look nice, beautiful. The water around it looks beautiful, but it just looks like abandoned. You don't see no cars moving. You don't see no people. You don't see any animals. You just, you know what I mean? Well, basically it looked like you're not going to see any cars because it looks like somebody's on Google Maps. So forget that part. But just overall, it just looks like it's abandoned, right? Normally when I see stuff like that, I think, this could be where some of those quote unquote elites meet up, discuss things, different things like that. This could be a location for that. You know what I mean? Maybe it's supposed to look abandoned, so nobody really looks into it. South of the border.
All right, y'all. About to walk in and see what this is about.
Fireworks.
There's like nobody in here. Like how? There's literally nobody in here. Bro, what is this?
They had music playing. I had to cut the music off. Listen, man, this place brings back memories. I told you I was born in New Jersey, but we moved down south when I was a baby. So we used to travel back and forth to New Jersey. This would be a stopping point for us from Georgia to New Jersey. We would stop here. And I always wanted to stop there because the signs leading up to it, so many miles, so many miles, so many miles. So it draws you in and makes you as a kid want to go there. So many miles to south of the border. Hot tamale. Wow, this brings back so many memories as a kid. You got to think hold on, let me start the video. But the travel time for us was normally anywhere from like 12 to 14 hours, right, to New Jersey, depending on how much we stopped, right? So stopping points was crucial. And then you're waking up. Sometimes we would travel overnight. Those were a lot easier. But if we're traveling during the day, oh man, you see that 100 and something miles till south of the border, 100 and something miles till south of the border. Then it gets closer. So it draws you in, and then all the fireworks and stuff. You know, as a kid, you're enamored with fireworks. So, man, this is bringing back memories.
Bad influence is right. Have you guys heard of this chick right here, Lindsay Shiver, the one who was in a love triangle and hired a hitman to try to off her husband? A Georgia mom accused of plotting to kill her estranged husband while vacationing in the Bahamas is set to be released on $100,000 bail on Wednesday. Lindsay Shiver, 36-year-old mother of 3, was arrested last month and arraigned on murder conspiracy charges. She and 2 men, one of them is her boyfriend and the other is just the guy they hired, are accused of planning to murder her husband, Richard Shiver, the Royal Bahamas Police Force said. He filed for divorce from her lying, cheating in April, just so you guys know. Prosecutors say Lindsay Shiver, her alleged lover, Terrence Bethel, 28, and alleged would-be hitman Farron Newbold Jr., 29, hatched a plan to kill Robert Shriver on July 16th. Police in the Bahamas stumbled across the alleged plot during a search of Bethel's cell phone while they were investigating another case. Isn't that insane? They had his phone looking for other shit, and they came across that and was like, holy shit, they're going to kill someone. After posting bail on Friday, Lindsay, who must stay in the Bahamas ahead of her trial, was set to be released on Tuesday. But she had to return to prison because she had not provided the judge with a local address as required. Well, her family's so nice. They're providing her a place there so she doesn't have to stay behind bars. Among her bail conditions, Lindsay must wear an ankle bracelet, abide by a curfew, and sign in at the Royal Bahamas Police Force's Central Police Station 3 times a week. The American Embassy will retain her passport. And then, like I said in the last one, during a court appearance last week, her lawyer, Ian Cargill, told the court that his client's parents were willing to rent a place for her to stay. Here she is with her husband and 2 of their sons. She was going to leave her boys without a dad. Mom of the year right here, guys. If you don't want to be with somebody anymore, just divorce them. I mean, seriously, whatever happened to just getting divorced? That's what he was trying to do. He filed for divorce. He was trying to get away from her, but she wanted to off him? Lindsay made her first appearance after being locked up at the notorious Fox Hill prison for 18 days. Oh, here's Terrence, the boyfriend, said he was in love with Lindsay and that the alleged murder plot was something they hatched out of frustration and wasn't meant to be taken seriously. Oh, of course it wasn't. Look at him. And here's the dude that they hired to actually do the job. So anyway, I will be following this case and seeing what happens to this woman. Sorry, I got something in my throat. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I need to look. What was the outcome of this story? Anybody know? I'm gonna look it up and see, of course. You know what I mean? But just to imagine, you know, that it could be possible that somebody you love, somebody you lay down with every night, somebody you have children with, somebody you built this life with could conspire something, could allegedly conspire something behind your back. Like that. Man, that's why I'd be like, man, you got to be careful because it's the people closest to you. Those are the ones you let your guard down to. So those are the ones that can slide up beside you and do the most harm to you without you suspecting it. The people that you don't know, those are the ones you're more apprehensive of and you kind of pay attention to, and it more than likely won't happen from one of them. You know what I mean? Not saying it couldn't, but it's more than likely because your antenna is up around those folks. It's the ones you love where your antennas aren't up around. That's, whew. What do y'all think it was behind? Money? Because like she said, why not just, if you want to be away from a person, why not just file for a divorce? Simple. You don't want to be with me? Cool. Divorce me. Go about your business. We'll figure out the children's situation, either split custody, however. You know what I mean? But for you to go to that length, to you go that far, take it that far, that makes me think of possibly money. Maybe there's an insurance policy somewhere that, you know what I mean, you'll benefit greatly from. That's what I start thinking of. What about y'all? Let me know.
Hello. So breaking. I am here on the beach. And I'm going to turn you guys around because I think something weird is happening. So I'm here on the beach and everyone here seems to be, I don't know, brainwashed or something because no one notices that we're being invaded. Just thought it was time.
Being invaded. Either she trying to make fun or she just clearly does it. To me, that looks like a kite. You know what I mean? One of those kites, I would assume. There ain't no way that thing is in the air and all of those people out there haven't noticed it and haven't run in panic if it was something. So I automatically think that's a kite, possibly, ma'am.
You think you got me? think you got me, don't you? Yeah, you're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling anybody. It's a 5G tower, and I know it. You think you got me? Think you got
me? Either a Christmas tree or he is definitely on to something right there, man. That would be crazy, though. If you wanted to disguise something or something like that, think about it. How often do y'all look at the trees or really pay attention to the trees during Christmas time when they have the lights over them? You look at them from afar, you go, ah, and you move on, right? We're so enamored of what's going on in our life, we don't really think to either look into. That would be a perfect disguise if that was the case, if they wanted to do something. If they wanted to do something, that would be me just thinking about that. How many times I've never really looked at those trees closely. I will now, but I never really looked before.
You know what grinds my gears about American history? He always lying. And if you ever wonder why in the apocalyptic movies, it's so funny how this starts in LA. How Armageddon starts in LA. Well, if you just simply look at the map, in the opposing direction that they tell, look at Europe way over the Atlantic, you're a liar. Look at Europe. Right fucking there. Look at Russia. Right there. A measly 25 miles of water separating Alaska, American territory, and Russia. So this might be why in those Armageddon movies, a nuclear bomb doesn't have that far to go from Russia to America. They love to say, oh, look how this huge body of water, the North American Atlantic Ocean, separates America from Russia and Asia, when in reality, they're neighbors. And we're the little brother, what it look like. So while a lot of people over here in China and Russia have developed breaks along with, oh, would you look at that, Brazil, America is sabotaging its inhabitants with this bull. So that's why in the movies, Los Angeles gets hit. That's why in real life, the West Coast is up for sale. Because they want to get as many people off the East Coast. Because where do black people live predominantly? In the safe zone. Because none of these surrounding countries have nuclear weapons. On the East Coast, got some water to cross. But if you simply look in the opposite direction, right in the strike zone, you got West Coast of America. Hey, Hawaii. So y'all better get y'all together and stop believing his story, because he be lying. Also, y'all can wonder about that ice bridge they talked about. If the entire continent of Antarctica can be froze over, when, Antarctica looks like it's essentially bigger than all of these land masses put together. The 25 miles can't freeze. Just saying.
25 miles. I think that's kind of a yeah, I think it's a little more than that. I would like to believe, but hey, what do I know? You know what I mean? At the same time, I agree though. You know, growing up, I thought it was a lot further than, you know what I mean? They just made it seem like everything was so far away, even the way you looked at maps and everything like that. But getting older, I was like, dang, we're actually a lot closer than than I always believed, you know. But I blamed myself for not picking up on that in the beginning, you know. But yeah, we're a lot closer together than most people realize it. You know what I mean? It could be closer than I know it's farther than 25 miles though. That was the crazy part for me. I know yeah. But thinking about where the West Coast is in the relations when all these different things are going on, yeah, kind of made me want to stay on the East a little bit, bro. just saying, you know. But interesting. How many people are just like, wow, and how many people are like, yeah. The first time I realized that, it kind of threw me off too. It kind of made me be like, whoa, that's how I was.
So I'm going to call bullshit on every single passport conspiracy theory that I've seen on this app. Me and my daughter just got our passport cards. I have 3 stars and my daughter has 5 stars. A little bit of background on myself. I used to have a security clearance due to my job in the military. And my daughter is a minor, so she is just a normal citizen that is underage. So I'm thinking that 5 stars means the most questioning, and hers probably has 5 because she's a minor. And if you're just a normal citizen, I'm assuming you would have 4. 3 is for those that have had a security clearance. Mine was not high. Trust me, I was a nobody in the military. And then working your way from, 2 and 1, those are your more government officials types of people. So that's my conspiracy theory. What do you guys think?
I never really knew. Most of the time I went out of the country, I still haven't got my passport. I've just used like birth certificates and ID and stuff like that when I went on cruises. That's the only time I've ever been out of the country. But that seems interesting. I definitely would want to know, because I guarantee she said, well, her child had more stars than she did. But I bet some people would be like, no, I got that many stars as well. So I wonder, what does that mean? I would really want to know now that she's pointed that out. That would bother me, especially if I'm an adult and I have 3 and another adult comes up to me and they have 4 and another adult comes up and they have 2 and we all got something different. And then somebody else comes up and has 4 like the other person and somebody else has 4. So why do we have 3s and 2s and 1s or 4s anyway? What does this mean? You know what I mean? And it's probably right there in front of our eyes if we look into it. I'm gonna look into it though, especially next time I'm required to get like a passport and I see that. I'm gonna go straight and look at those stars and then I'm gonna be like, ask them like, so what does that mean? See what answer they give me. I'll let y'all know.
You're not even ready to imagine the craziness we're in right now. Antarctica is the most mysterious continent in the world. A new theory is so crazy that it could completely change your perception of the Earth. According to this theory, Antarctica is not just a massive ice continent, but rather an enormous ice wall that surrounds all the continents. In 1992, a new world map was created, the Gleason map, which shows Antarctica encircling all our continents. This theory goes even further. Some believe that if we manage to cross this wall, we will encounter numerous other continents deliberately hidden from us by governments. You're not even ready to imagine.
Hidden by governments? So the government put up this ice wall potentially? Is that what you're saying? That one there is a stretch for me. That's a stretch for me. Like, I almost want to kind of charter some planes. You know what I mean? If I had the money and create like this charter business out of it that says flying over the ice walls just to prove that whether this is true or not. You know what I mean? You make a ton of money just doing that. Charter, flying, name it, whatever you want to name it, tell them you're flying them over the ice walls to see for themselves. Like, you'll make a ton of money. Like, people need to know, because that seems so much of a stretch to me. The government is hiding it? Wow.
So this is for conspiracy theory TikTok. If you're not conspiracy theory TikTok, scroll on past. Okay, so you promised me the world would end on the 27th, which was yesterday. Today's the 28th, and I have a flight to Manchester to get and a 7-hour drive home. And it's all your fault, because if you were telling the truth, I'd be dead by now. So this is...
those type of conspiracies used to terrify me as a kid, bro. Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Have everybody riled up, sitting by the radios and the TVs trying to see 12 o'clock strike, you all nervous, looking around. Those used to terrify me. It got to the point where I started just blocking those out. I don't even want to hear those. I don't even want to get those in my spirit or nothing like that. I don't want it.
This video got 10 million views, and it shows these two guys who apparently got in a boat and sailed all the way to Antarctica to see if there's new land. And what people were freaking out about in this video was the water looks a little bit different than anything we've ever seen before. It looks kind of thick, and as if it were melted glass. And I haven't figured out a reason or a scientific reason for why this is the case. Maybe there's extra salt in it, or maybe these guys did actually come across some strange water, like no one knows why it's like this. But like, we gotta figure out who these two guys are, because the video is only 2 minutes long. Like, did they actually find anywhere, or?
Well, first of all, I'm skeptical because you said they sailed in a sailboat. I think I remember this clip, but yeah, a sailboat? We're buying that? You buying that? I'm not buying that. In a sailboat? Come on now. Let's be for real.
Are they just sailing around and found an iceberg or something? Like, can you guys in the comment section do some of your magic and figure out who these two guys are? One of the guys in the video was saying he's going to get his phone out and see where they are on the map. So that makes me skeptical. Like, how do you have service if you're way over in Antarctica? Like, I don't think there's any 5G cell towers all the way down there. This,
I'm not gonna lie though, the water does look like something out of a movie. Like, it just doesn't look real. The water looks completely like, I don't know, something you would see like in like a Greek mythology movie or some type of Marvel movie or something like that. It's just not like normal water. You get what I'm trying to say? It looks different. But anyway, man, listen, y'all get at me in the comment section and let me know what you thought of these different theories today. I'm telling you, man, it'll make you question some things. Stick around and stay tuned. Till next one, I'm gone. Peace.